Yo, good afternoon guys from Sasa, Davao City. So yeah guys, I've been here in Davao City, Philippines for just under 2 weeks now. I leave in a few days to go back home to Australia, but I thought I'd just mention a few things now in this video before I guess head off back to Australia, as I have a few more days. So this is the view from my balcony, I guess, from my accommodation. And as you can see, I don't want to hang my camera over the edge because I don't want to drop it. But if you can see down there in this complex, you see these water bottles. Now I was walking around before and I saw those water bottles on the ground, and I was wondering, what are those water bottles doing in the car park? I'm thinking, is it they want to put it there to collect water from the rain, to use water for drinking water, or for use it for some washing of some kind? I don't think that's what it is. I think that water bottles are there to, I guess, reserve a parking space in the car park. I think that's what it's for. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is, but I haven't actually even asked a local, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Also too, another thing in Philippines now, it is extremely hot, and I don't want to be walking around in this heat because, you know, it's tiring. You know, the heat will really get to you, and even the locals and the people here that live here find this heat very extreme. So I don't want to be walking around because that's it's not a wise thing to do. Other than that, I've enjoyed my stay here in the Philippines. It's been a very friendly and welcoming country of people. The food's been pretty good. The location and the areas have been decent. It's been an overall trip, great trip. I'd recommend anyone who has never come here, if you feel like coming here, come here to this country. It's a really great place. Davao City is just one example of a place you can come. You can go anywhere. There's so many different places here in the Philippines. I've only explored a small portion of the country, and it's been great. It's been great. So guys, I want to actually explain a few, I guess, tips or key things to know or to be aware of when you come here to the Philippines as a foreigner or a tourist or whatever. Just to be aware of it before you come, so you don't feel caught off guard or anything like that. So these are the top things that I've learned from my stay and adventuring of a new country such as the Philippines. Tip number 1. First thing that I recommend is have some cash on hand as backup when you're exploring the country. When I first got in here, I had no money. I was not smart enough. I didn't think to carry cash on hand because I thought I could use my credit card. I thought I could use my credit card for most things. It's usually not the case here. I would highly recommend before coming here to exchange some of your local currency of your country and convert that to, you know, the Philippine peso before coming here, because it will be such a nightmare to go to an ATM to cash out some money. And even if you can, which is what I've been doing, they're going to charge you a bit of an excess fee, which is, it's not groundbreaking, but it's just a bit of an inconvenience, and you're losing a bit of money in the process. So keep that in mind before coming here. Have some cash on hand. Have some idea of what you want to spend it on before taking cash out. Just be mindful and aware of your money spending, and just just have cash on hand. I would say that's one of the main things to keep in mind for sure. Tip number 2 is prepare for the heat or the humidity of the country. It is really hot here in the Philippines, and like I said, the locals even find it very unbearable. So if you're here, just be prepared for some strong heat and some strong humidity, and be sure to drink enough water, get into enough shade. You know, pace yourself. Don't force yourself to go out into the heat and walk the streets randomly during the peak hours of the day of you know, say 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's extremely hot here. If you are going to do it, be mindful. Wear sunscreen. You know, keep cool. Drink enough water. Have enough food in your stomach too. Just common sense things, guys. You know, like, it's really hot here. Just keep that in mind. Wear very light, loose type of clothing, and yeah, that's tip number 2 I recommend. Tip number 3 is don't be intimidated by the locals here. A lot of people in the Philippines are very friendly for the most part. I have not felt uncomfortable really for the most part. Everyone sort of, a lot of people will look at you if you're as a foreigner, especially if you're tall, because the average height person in here, the average, you know, height of a person here in the Philippines is I don't know, it's definitely shorter than 6 foot, and you know, maybe it's around 5'5", 5'6", 5'7", something like that. And for the men, and for women it's a little shorter. So don't be intimidated by the people. Smile, you know, give them a thumbs up, give them a greeting, give them a smile, say something, say hello. People here are very friendly. Engage with them. They're very nice, they're very friendly. Yeah, just don't feel intimidated. Be friendly, smile, have fun, enjoy yourself. Tip number 4 I recommend. This is an optional tip, but it is an option. It is a tip that I would want to throw out there. Is befriend a local or know someone here before coming here. Guys, when I first came into the Philippines, I was pretty nervous because I've never been here before. 2, it's the first country in the world I've traveled to by myself. And 3, it's like, you're just gonna get a shock when you get here, especially if you have no money like I did and I had to exchange money. 2, you don't really know the system of how things work here, you know. There's a bit of a system here in how people operate and you know, function in their day-to-day operations, so to speak. You know, people have a way of moving around here. So befriend a local or befriend someone before coming here, just to make your life a little easier. Obviously you can do it without someone, but I highly recommend you have someone here as a local to help you get around, help you get settled in, all that sort of thing. I had no SIM card, like no service, no money, and you know, just basically very uncomfortable and unsure of what was going to happen when I got here. But once I found my person, I felt very comfortable. They offered to pay for my food, accommodation, and just, you know, to use their phone service, if you will, and data before I got settled in. So just be very mindful of that before coming here. You know, either be prepared before coming here or have someone that's here before you come, because it makes your life so much easier. Tip number 5 I'd recommend is, if you're a very sensitive sleeper, just be cautious of that before coming here. The Philippines, for the most part, from where I've been, especially in the city and the surrounding type of inner city district, like even here in Sasa, as you can see, the street is just there, and you got some houses down here in the slums, and yeah, just be mindful before coming here. It's pretty noisy, and a lot of these accommodations that I'm in actually at the moment, they're not, you know, you're going to probably wake up from the light, from the sound, from something. So be mindful from when coming here. Have some sort of eye mask or sleep mask. Have some ear plugs to block out the sound, some noise cancelling headphones, something to just suppress the sound and suppress the light so you can get a good night's sleep. I'm a very sensitive sleeper myself, and I've struggled a lot, and yeah, just keep that in mind. Other than that, the places I've stayed in for the most part have been pretty comfortable and have been pretty decent. Tip number, I forgot the tip I'm on, number 5 or 6 or something. Going on from the last tip, it's very noisy here, so just like I said, expect that the traffic in the cities is going to be pretty full on and chaotic. It's almost like any sort of Asian country I'd imagine being here. It's very chaotic, a lot of noise, a lot of activity, a lot of life going on. So just be prepared when you're walking the streets. Before you're walking on the streets, just be prepared to deal, like, you know, to expect the noise and stuff that's coming on here. And tip number, I'd say 6 or 7 or 8, I've lost the count of tip, is I would say don't be afraid to adventurize or explore or to do what the locals do, so to speak. A lot of tourists or foreigners, when they come here, they'll play it safe. They won't really get involved or immerse themselves into the culture amongst the people, amongst the locals. So don't be afraid to ask someone how something works here. You know, ask how to use this or to use that or to do this or to do that. Don't be afraid to experiment and don't be afraid to try things here that you've never tried before. It really makes you more comfortable as you do it. So, you know, there's nothing wrong with playing it safe from time to time and taking it easy and doing things that you know. But don't be afraid to get yourself out there. You've broken your comfort zone by getting into a new country. Break it even further by exploring and trying new things that you haven't tried before. You know, just it just makes for a more wholesome and exciting experience. And that's pretty much all my tips, guys. Just yeah, come here, have fun, have an open mind. Don't be afraid of the people. Don't be afraid of the place. Everyone's very welcoming and friendly here. And yeah, just be a bit prepared before coming here too. Just do a bit of research. You know, ask the locals here what they, you know, what to expect, and you'll be fine. You'll have a great time. And yeah. All right, guys. That's all I got to say for today. You take care and have a beautiful day. Enjoy.